Rich, welcome back to Brian and the Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Nice to be with you.
Rich, could you tell me how you get your man back in the news and get his ratings up? Because the poll numbers must seem very discouraging to you.
Au contraire, Brian. Actually, here in Iowa, the poll that was released this morning is we're back in a strong third position, which is really what most people think that what we needed to do here.
So what do you have? Huckabee? We have Huckabee. Strategic Vision says Huckabee 31, yeah. Romney 25, Thompson 16. Is that what you have?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You want to be third 2 weeks before the caucuses?
We never held out hope or plans to come in first here. Frankly, before Huckabee, it was likely that we might be able to, sneak into a second. But with Huckabee surging, you know how this works. It's like when you watch the Fox Business Channel earnings week. If you report 62 cents a share, and the street thought you were supposed to do 61 cents a share, you had a great quarter. If you, however, report 60 cents a share, you had a horrible quarter. So a lot of this is setting the bar to where mostly the press thinks you ought to be.
Where is the bar for him in New Hampshire? Romney 34, McCain 27, Giuliani 11, Huckabee 9, Paul 9, Thompson 4.
No bar. There is no bar.
Oh, you're not competing in New Hampshire?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we made a couple of swings up through there, but it's not. Nobody expects us to even register there, and we're not going to spend much time or effort there, if any. We're going to be here in Iowa, except for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, until the caucus is here. And then we'll see. We may make a drop by, but my guess is that it's more likely we'll just go straight to South Carolina.
And then let's break it down. South Carolina.
Yeah.
You are 1 point leading. Now you're, according to, if you like Survey USA, you might not like it, but it's Huckabee 28, Romney 18, Thompson 15. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's probably where it is right now. But remember, the dynamic is right now, just kind of without being a paid advisor, if I can just slip into my kind of an analyst role. That you've got Huckabee and Romney just beating the you-know-what out of each other. And that, for professionals, that doesn't mean people think, well, people get mad at whoever's doing the hitting. They don't. What happens is it tends to suppress the vote of the person being hit. And if they're hitting each other, overall, it tends to drive both of their votes down. So us, again, sitting in third place now, and that's 3 weeks out. A month out almost, from it's the 19th. That's a very good place for us to be, especially if the other two spend a good deal of time beating each other up in New Hampshire while we were down in South Carolina making nice.
What is your overall game plan? Because the perception of Senator Thompson, even by people who like and admire him, is that the fire is not in the belly. When I asked him that question when he was on the show with us, he said, they accused me of having no fire in my belly every time I've run, and every time I've run, I've surprised them. You only need the fire in the belly on Election Day. Do you buy that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is the guy he is, and he has said that right from the beginning, that my description, not his, that he was not going to put on a red nose and a fright wig and sing show tunes up on the stage. And as the reporters who have followed us have gotten used to the rhythms of Fred Thompson, they have become most not only respectful, but really there is a grudging admiration for the depth and breadth of not only his knowledge about the things that he did when he was in the Senate and the things he's been talking about since, but the real deep understanding of the issues surrounding Social Security, taxes, the military, and all the things he's been talking about.
What happened with this Firehouse and being too cold to go to a rally? The Firehouse offers your man Fred Thompson their hat. Says I don't wear the Chiefs hat. I don't wear hats. What do you know about this?
Well, I mean, if you read Roger Simon's Politico thing, every other reporter that was there rolled their eyes, and frankly, there was almost a revolt against Roger Simon. He parachuted in. That's the only thing he saw all day. And actually, one of the CBS reporter actually put the footage up on the CBS blog, and it showed that it was all in very good taste, in good humor. Everybody had a good time with the entire event. The police chief heard what was going on. He came in and joined in it. So it was one against everybody. Every other reporter who has reported on that has taken Roger Simon to task for so unbelievably taking the exact set of facts and putting the absolute untrue spin on what actually
did
happened.
He, in fact, decline to wear the Chiefs hat? And did the 15 firemen there sort of get a bad taste in their mouths when he did it? And was it necessary for Mrs. Thompson to put the hat on?
No, because she's way cuter than he is.
All right.
Is Giuliani sinking?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and this is what people have said all along, that people begin to focus. And when they realize that they really do have options in terms of who can defeat the Democrat, most likely Hillary, they'll begin looking for alternatives. And that's why you see this thing just bunching up into this incredible essentially five-way race on the Republican side, because Republicans, and I think there was an article in the New York Times this morning, that the worst fear that the Democrats have is the united Republican Party.
Yeah, there is. I saw that. Rich, my last question to you, is he coachable? You have all this knowledge, but you have to have a candidate that wants to listen.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, one of the good things about me is that he and I are pretty much age appropriate. So, he won't always do what I suggest, but he will at least listen. And unlike other candidates I've worked with and other members of Congress and Senate that I've worked for, he will listen, make his own decision, and then do what he thinks is best. And most often, as happens in real life, it's an amalgam of the advice he gets and what his heart and the fire in his belly.
Good luck, Rich. He's lucky to have you.
Warning, this show contains graphic verbiage, mental nudity, and some really big words.
Why exacerbate things?
Brian and the Judge on Fox News Talk.